Jake Paulers. We were talking and just found out some news from these three and Nick. Originally it was just like an offline conversation, like no cameras involved. But when I heard what happened, I was so distraught. I was so in shock. I was so disgusted that I needed to bring this situation to light so that anyone watching can learn from this, so that we can stop this kind of thing together as a community and simply build awareness around it so that this type of thing never happens again. And I hate to be like negative and like weird and like emotional or whatever, but this type of thing, like I said, is horrific. And so basically, and I'll let Meg tell the story and Erica and Anthony because they were involved with it, but the long story short of it is that Meg was assaulted by a man last night who is in the same like community and space as us, and it's not like, if you guys see, like she literally has a bruise. I don't know if you can see on camera, like here, not to be like dramatic, but like she literally has a bruise on the side of the hole.
No, everything about this Jake Paul video is a fucking lie. Making a response to this shit right now, these kids are so fucked for this. Okay, so that's basically everything I had in our first video today. Now this is the update. After that video aired, Tyler Kniff, a social media star, came out defending Banks. This is what he said. I don't want to get involved, but these Team 10 kids are lying. I was with Banks Wednesday night and I reserved my own table with a friend. We was minding our own business, then some Max kid comes up and says that he owns Team 10 and then tries blacking us out at our own table. Now for those of you that might be lost, Max is a member of Team 10, and basically Taylor is saying that he came up to Banks's table and Taylor's table and was buying them a bunch of drinks. Taylor continues the story on Twitter by saying this: Max tells me like 17 times not to tell Jake that he's hanging out with me, like I invited this kid to hang out. And these kids proceed to ask for substances. Like I sell drugs. Banks was never with another female. He was having a blast minding his own business. Me and Banks have been going out for years, business related, or just having fun, and never had a problem. So there you have it.
Our neck.
So I was out with friends last night and we saw someone that we recognized because he is in our same work, and I didn't really know whether or not it was him at first because he has a girlfriend and he was making out with this other girl that I knew wasn't his girlfriend. So at first I was confused, but then I realized it was definitely him. And we went about our night and I went to the restroom and got lost because I'd never been there before. And when I was leaving, he sort of clotheslined me and put their arm out in front of me and tried to like pull me into the place that they were, into his table. He like put his arm out and like went like this, and I was looking up at him and our faces were really close, and he sort of like was right here.
I feel like it was more extreme than just, I mean
look at the bruise. He literally like dragged me by my neck.
Meg said that you like lost your breath.
Yeah, right? Like he knocked the wind out of me and like he dragged me by my neck and backwards.
He didn't know you, doesn't know you.
I've never met him before. I just know who he is because he's well known in our same community. Space, yeah. And I looked up at him and I realized immediately that it was Banks, and so I got away from him and went back to the people that I was with, immediately texted Erica, immediately texted Tony and explained to them what was going on, freaking out, like didn't feel safe to go home.
And Meg, do you want to tell them like why this was so traumatic to you, like why it scared you so much?
I think the like biggest thing here is that it's one thing where it's like internet like random beef between like you and them and like chance or whatever, but when another human assaults another human for no reason at a
club,
at a night venue, like
but the thing is though, like it's not even like internet beef, like he doesn't even know
Meg.
Who Meg is. Meg is behind the scenes. It's not like,
and it just like literally it just so happens that she is like my assistant and like works here. And so what's crazy about this is that if it wasn't her, this message would have never been spread. This type of thing could have like kept on happening. It could have like spiraled into a lot worse things. It just like it like sickens me, but I don't know if there's more to the story.
The reason this was it really shook me a lot is because I was a assaulted by an ex-boyfriend before, and he actually like broke ribs and broke my jaw. And so I just think that like the message needs to be made very clear and more clear that like assault in any way is not okay.
And it was very obvious that she called me and she was like scared to be in her own bed in her own apartment. And
I think it's like one thing, and I know like a lot of you are probably gonna be like, oh Jake, whatever. Like, it's one thing if you're joking around with someone, like specifically the situation that happened with Tess and I. If you're joking around with someone, you're friends with them, you know them, you're playing a game with them, and it's completely harmless. And Tess and I have been friends for 4 years now, 3 years, I don't even know. And that's a completely separate situation. Like Tessa like laughs about it and jokes about it, but like even something like that like still needs to stop. And like I'm like speechless. Overarching like message here, guys, is like, if you ever see this happen, if you ever see a human putting down another human, assaulting another human, whatever it is, like we all need to rise up and stop it, because this is a big platform that the Jake Paulers, like we all know how powerful the Jake Paulers are, and so we can use that power for good and use it to spread these messages and to change the world. Like that's what it's all about. Like we can make
defending her man. She tweeted out, "The real truth is about to come out. Should have never lied. Tornado is coming." And oh, you want to talk about assault, Jake? Sit your ass down. Do you guys know why I have a bunch of scars and permanent bruises on my body? Oh, shit! For those of you that don't know, Elisa Violet used to date Jake Paul, and she's insinuating here that Jake Paul physically abused her. Shit is going down! But then, Nick Crumpton jumped in the mix from Team 10, saying this: "I would never lie to our fans. This is a serious matter, and it's now in police hands." Showing a DM conversation between Faze Banks and Nick Crumpton that happened yesterday. It starts off by Nick Crumpton saying, "But she walked by your table last night at Warwick, and you basically clotheslined her." Banks responded by saying this: "Who even is that? And are you 100% sure it's me? And I did that? I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember much, but I was definitely at Warwick last night. I'm a really big guy, and sometimes I'm unaware of like my surroundings and shit. Obviously, if I actually did that, it was 1,000% on accident, and I'm really, really sorry. I lost my phone last night and had someone else's phone when I woke up. Almost got arrested, got into a fight. Sorry." Now that looks kind of bad for Faze Banks, but Elisa Violet responded to Nick Crumpton by quoting the tweet and saying this: "Wait, but who were the people feeding Banks bottles of alcohol? Team 10 members. Who spent $4,000 on alcohol at his table? Team 10 members. Holy shit. Now we're going to have Banks on here for an interview, and we're going to get, his side of the story. But this is starting to look like kind of like a setup. There's been this beef going on between Banks and Rice Gum versus Jake Paul and Team 10. Is it possible that Team 10 went there to set up Banks and get them wasted? I mean, this is just getting crazy. Elisa Violet followed up with more tweets saying this: "He never touched that girl. He never cheated on me. There was 10 of our friends at that table who witnessed the entire thing. It is super easy to make fake bruises out of makeup. I've done it before for a costume, and it looked pretty damn real." Oh, shit! Elisa Violet is saying that the bruises from Jake Paul's assistant might be fake. And then Faze Banks tweeted out this: "This is way beyond internet beef at this point. I promise you guys, I'm pursuing legal action to the highest degree in addition to my response." Oh shit! Now Banks is threatening to sue Team 10 and Jake Paul. This is getting crazy, people.
Get out there, and we're trying to figure out the situation. Nick DM'd the person, and the police are involved. There's proof. Thankfully, there's cameras at this club, and we are going to stop this and have justice and let the police take it from here. And they're the professionals, they can handle it. But like overall, this situation just sucks. I mentioned it earlier, and I'm becoming better and better at this, guys. I really am. I'm growing as a person, and we here at Team 10 and everyone, really truly everyone has a responsibility to watch out for people, to defend people, to spread like positivity, to stop these types of things, and use your own platform, whether it's you and your friends or whether you are another creator online watching this video, to use your platform to make change. And every little thing that people are watching on these vlogs is an influence. So I meant it like when I said I want to use this platform more and more and get better every single day to kind of teach you the lessons and the things that I have failed on, because I'm not perfect either, but all you can do is grow and get better every day, bro. I'm sorry.
He posted a new video today where he basically accused the owner of Faze, right? Faze Banks.
I don't know. So. They all have on their bios.
They're all owners. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. But.
So he's on Twitter saying that, he said, "You can't get much lower than this as a human. I have no words. This is way beyond internet beef at this point. I promise you guys I'm pursuing legal action to the highest degree in addition to my response video." What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are, like, I would never lie to my fans. This happened.
How would you know? I mean, how do you have that level of certainty where you're like, I'm going to put this in a video and fucking expose this guy?
So, like, there was multiple people there who saw it happen.
Right.
Obviously, she has a bruise on her neck.
A pretty,
like you don't just get a bruise from like getting hit. Like you have to be like, like and not only that, Faze was there. Mm-hmm. He admitted to it on DMs.
Yeah, I saw that.
He was like, "I was definitely there, bro."
Yeah,
and he said he was drunk.
Yeah.
He said he got into a fight that night, and he said he lost his phone. So clearly he was being belligerent, and he said he doesn't remember anything. Yeah. The only thing that I really want to say, furthermore to the point, like, it happened. The police are involved. My assistant has made a police report. Warwick, the club that they're at, has cameras, and because there's a police report,
so the truth will come out.
The truth will come out. That's all I want to say. I trust that the police are going to handle it. Faze, whoever, the other people there can say whatever they want.
This isn't even beef anymore. This is just like straight up.